What's going on, guys? How's everybody doing tonight? Ignore that and ignore all my icons. Oh, shit. Oh, my goodness. Well, I didn't plan anything tonight. What's up, fellas? How's everybody doing? Hope everybody's having a great gosh darn evening, because I'm just having a regular old-fashioned one. This is the first ever Redneck Radio on YouTube. I don't think there's going to be a lot of people tuning into this, and if there are, it's probably going to be the people from the wrestling group. But this is a new thing that I'm trying, and this is a fishing channel. We're on a fishing YouTube channel, so we're gonna talk about fishing, at least for a little bit. I'm gonna warm up. I'm gonna start off by talking fishing. I don't really have any direction. I think this whole live stream thing is probably just going to end up being me getting on here. If this channel ever does anything, it's just going to be me getting on here talking to you guys and bullshitting. That's basically what this is all about. This is an uncut, unmonetized. There's no money being made here today. There ain't no money to be made right now, to be completely honest. But even if in the future folks decide they are interested in this channel, this stream will never be monetized. This will never be money-making business over here. This will just be you and me talking about whatever the hell we want to talk about. So, to start things off, I'm drinking a little bit of Kentucky Deluxe. That's how we always start Redneck Radio back in the group. This whole Redneck Radio idea comes from a Facebook group called WrestleHolics Kingdom. Now, I don't know if they want new members or if they're even interested in having their name out there, but it's a Facebook group it's centered around wrestling. Just good old-fashioned wrestling fun. Just wrestling, anything that has anything to do with wrestling, and they have their own storylines in there. I mean, they do like fantasy wrestling matches. It's a lot of fun. It's a great group. If anybody's into wrestling, go check it out. It's a lot of fun, but there are guidelines, and you will get kicked out quick if you break them. Don't go in there being a douche. Just a bunch of good folks in there, a bunch of good people, all coming together to enjoy the same thing, and that's wrestling. But here on the KS Fishing Buddy channel, even though Redneck Radio started in that group, I stole the name, Nick. I appreciate you coining that, and I'll never forget you for it. But this is what this is gonna be. It's just me getting on here, talking to you guys, having fun, sitting at my computer with my whole fishing background and all that. Like I've been trying to set this up for a long time, and I think we're finally here, and I'm finally ready to get my streaming stuff off the ground. I think we're finally ready. Like I said, I don't think many people, if anybody, are gonna watch this from the beginning. But eventually, maybe you will, and maybe you'll look forward to whatever day I decide Redneck Radio is gonna be on. But a little background on me. I'm from Kansas, Shawnee, Kansas, to be exact. It's a nice little town, smack dab in the middle of the country. Yeah, it's a good city. It's where I've grown up. It's where I've always been. I'm a big fishing guy. If you guys didn't already know, my whole YouTube channel is pretty much fishing based. But I wasn't always that way. I was a rough little kid growing up in with Kansas City folk. So I got a little taste of everything. Being smack dab in the middle of the country, every single culture, every single color, creed, everything I got introduced to. So I'm not a judgmental fella, and I'm not a this ain't my first rodeo, let's put it that way. I've experienced a lot in my life, my short life. I'm almost 30 years old. I'll be 30 in June. I've experienced a good amount, and to most people who know me, you might see me as a fairly shallow individual. Not shallow as far as like or in the not shallow as far as like what I find attractive or what I latch onto, but shallow in that you might think I'm just a regular old Kansas white boy. But I'm not. I'm a regular old Kansas white boy for sure, but I've experienced a lot. I've done a lot of stuff in my short life, and I'm here to share it with you guys, and for the most part, I'm here to share my fishing experiences with you guys. But I'm also here just to talk with you guys and have a social life that doesn't include going out to the bars and all that. Even though I do like to drink, obviously, I'm not here to judge anybody. I'm just here to talk about things that I know about. And if you ask about one of those things, I'm gonna tell you all about it. You get me started on specific topics, and I won't shut up. When it comes to fishing, I won't shut up. It comes to wrestling, I won't shut up. It comes to fighting, I won't shut up. You got an interest in fighting sports, wrestling, or fishing, we're gonna be best buds. But for the most part, this channel is going to be fishing based. This stream is just going to be me getting on here for 30 minutes to an hour at a time and just talking about whatever the heck I want to talk about. And if the chat gets going, then most likely I'm just going to be reading the chat for an hour or two. Maybe 30 minutes to an hour. Who knows? We'll figure it out as we go. But tonight, guys, whoever watches this, if anybody watches this, especially if you watch this all the way through, I really appreciate you. And just know more content is coming. I've got a video that I'm working on right now that I just haven't finished because it's a fishing video. Excuse me. Not like my last fishing video. My last fishing video, I sat in front of the camera and I just talked kind of like I am right now. This fishing video that's coming up is just me sitting and fishing, but I'm not catching anything. Most of that video, most of the entertainment is gonna be coming from what I've said or what the people around me who walked up to me and wanted to talk to me said. Because the fishing place, the spot that I went to, the fishing spot that I went to most recently and recorded at is a very, very populated, very, very highly pressured, just really, what's the word I'm looking for? It's a very public spot. It's right smack dab in the middle of everything. Everybody knows where it's at. It's not a secret to anybody, but the fishing in that pond that I go to are somewhat of a secret to some people. I'm thinking most people who go there and just walk around don't know that there's fish in that pond. And they'd be surprised because there's a lot of fish in that pond, and there's some good fish in that pond. There's catfish and bluegills just out the ass. I mean, there is tons of bluegill over in this pond, and it's one that I've been going to for a while. I thought I figured it out. I tossed a line in with a bigger hook and a worm on the end. Next thing you know, I caught a catfish. So it's a pond that it's still a bit of a mystery to me. there's also big old goldfish in there, and that's one of my goals for this year is to go out there and catch me one of them big old goldfish. I also kind of want to stock it myself with some goldfish just because I know they can survive in there now. But I know that's illegal, and I will not do that. I'm not going to introduce fish to a public ecosystem that I don't own. So I'm not going to do that. Although I do think they would strive, and I think it'd be something to look at there for sure. I think the city, the county, whoever keeps up with it, it's the county. I think the people would appreciate just being able to look down and seeing a big ass goldfish just swim by. I love it. I think it's cool as hell. The fact that there's a pond like that one that is able to inhabit big goldfish, but I'm not gonna manipulate this thing. I'd like to, and there might be a video this summer of me catching a big goldfish in this pond, but it's not going to be one that I've introduced because I'm not going to do that there. I give the city, the county, everybody in Kansas, I give you my word, I'm not going to manipulate any ecosystems I don't own. So if you see me out there fishing, if this for some reason takes off or becomes popular, I promise the goldfish are not getting in there because of me. Now that we're past all the semantics and the getting to know yous, this is just a regular old Kansas boy right here. I'm I don't have a lot to really talk about. So far this year, fishing, getting back to what I like to do. I'm a bass fisherman at heart. I'm a bass angler. I love getting out on a bass boat. I love hitting them banks in the summertime. I love catching them. I know a lot of people like to say it's cheating, but betting bass are the most fun to catch because you watch them. You drop a bait right in front of their face and you get to jump it right in front of them in their bed and get to see like what's gonna pull them off this bed. It's fun. It's fun. It's nothing but fun. That's why I go fishing. I don't go fishing for food for the most part. Although I do in the wintertime, I keep a lot of the fish I catch because that's mostly crappie fishing what I do in the wintertime. If you watched any of my videos, then you probably know that by now. Then again, maybe you don't. My videos are fairly... I have a fairly limited selection of videos to watch, and I've got a fairly limited... I guess just education on Kansas fishing in general. I'm going to be 30 in June. I've been fishing since I was a little tiny kid, but I still don't think I've scratched the surface. I wasn't fishing all my life, like nonstop, like I'd like to tell you guys I have been, but it just wouldn't be true. My love for fishing really blossomed over the last like 4 years maybe, and seriously over the last maybe 2 years. So I've been fishing really hard for the last 2 years, but I've been fishing all my life, if that makes sense based on everything I just said. Yeah. This is a hobby of mine that has become what I'm known for over the last probably year and a half, just because I go and do it so much. Anytime somebody asks me what I want to do or what I plan on doing, it's fishing. Every chance I get, I want to be out on the water trying to pull something in. I actually went today and I caught a little green sunfish. Thought it was going to be a bass, but when I set the hook, I damn near sent it to heaven. So it wasn't a bass. It was a green sunfish. There's pictures of it up on my Instagram at KS Fishing Buddy. I don't know if you guys can hear that. There's police sirens going on outside my window. Somebody got in an accident. Yeah, I don't have a lot. I really don't have a lot to say. I usually when I do these, I have a lot more people to play off of. So it's a whole new thing to me. I'm not used to streaming on YouTube. If you like me on here, if you like my videos, I promise I'm a lot more animated usually, especially when I'm as inebriated as I am right now. Normally, I'd be a lot more entertaining. I don't have a lot to go off of at the moment, considering there's literally nobody watching this, and I'm just talking to myself. But I'm trying to keep it in my mind that somebody may watch this one day, and everything I'm saying they may want to question me on. And I'm ready for it. Question me. Hit me with questions. Hit me with attention. I love attention. As long as it ain't too close. Don't come to my door or nothing. But if you want to get on here, ask me all the questions you want. Hit me with some questions in the comments if you watch this later. Let's get into what I plan for this summer. What I want to do this summer. Fishing this summer to me is going to include a kayak. I'm gonna buy a kayak here pretty soon. I really just want to buy a boat, but my dad has a bass boat that he said I can use whenever the hell I want. So it's kind of hard for me to pull the trigger on not only buying a truck, because I drive a little tiny Nissan Versa right now. So I'm going to have to trade that in. It's a great car. It runs great. It does everything I need it to. It's in great condition. I've taken good care of it. So the idea of giving it up for a truck that I'm not sure of, because I can't go buy me a brand new truck right now, dog. I can't be dropping $60,000, $50,000 on a new vehicle. So every truck I'm looking at is a pre-owned, and most of them are really high mileage and it's just a lot of money still. Like, trucks are expensive, and good trucks are expensive, and I just don't have the money to drop on one right now. So having a real boat, a bass boat, is not realistic for me at the moment. Although I do have access to one, and I'm sure I will make videos this summer of me out on the boat solo, or with my dad, or with a friend, or with friends. Those videos will come. I promise they're gonna happen. I don't have the means to really procure one for myself at the moment. The thing I really want to do, I'd love a kayak. I would love a kayak, but what I really want is one of those 1 to 2 man boats with the trolling motor, and that's it. And it's just like a very, very tiny pontoon looking boat, just all made of plastic, basically like a wider kayak, essentially. That's what I'm looking for. That's what I want. Just a tiny little 1 person to 2 person boat I can throw on the water with a trolling motor, troll around, hit all the banks, and then hit the deep areas if I really want to. But that's my goal for this summer, is to get myself into one of those and just nail the water, nail the lakes hard, and really get out on that water and make some good content for you guys to watch. And if I can't, then I'm just gonna be hitting ponds and creeks like normal. I'm gonna make content. That's my main goal this summer, is to make fishing content that people want to watch, and to get my personality out onto this channel a little more than I have in the past. I've done I think a decent job of allowing my personality to come through via my videos, but I just don't think that I am putting out the kind of content that's going to draw viewers in just yet. It's coming, though. I guarantee it's gonna get better, and this is a long-term goal of mine, to just keep up with this making videos and putting them out, even if it's just for me or the few people in my family who support this idea of mine. I haven't quit a job. I'm not going balls out, but if this thing takes off, man, this is really something I'd love to do, is just share my life with folks, do the things I love doing, and get paid to do it, you know? But even if I never get paid to go fishing, if at one point in my life a bait company comes to me and says, hey, we'll send you this bag of soft plastics if you just fish them, make a video, and put it on the internet. That's my goal, is to get a video or to have enough of a following maybe, or enough people who trust my judgment when it comes to fishing, that a company literally sends me a bag of baits for free. That is my end game right there. When that happens, I made it in the YouTube game, in my opinion. Otherwise, if it never happens, then I just keep on fishing. I keep making videos. I keep doing two things I really like doing, and there ain't nothing wrong with that either. I'm not gonna be mad at that, because that's what I'm doing now, and that's how successful I've been up till now. So I'm okay with that. I'm still having a lot of fun with it, and I really don't see that fun stopping anytime soon. So I've been rambling. I've yet to get to what kind of fishing I'd like to do this summer. There are two fish that I really, really like fishing for that I've hooked and I haven't caught a lot of. The first one being catfish. I've hooked a lot of big catfish and I wasn't able to pull them in because I was not prepared for that bite. I've caught a lot of catfish and I fought a lot of catfish, but they were intentional, and I went for the bite and they didn't turn out to be the size or struggle that I yearned for, that I really wanted. I wanted a fight from a fish, and I managed to pull in, I think the biggest catfish I've pulled in so far was about 4, maybe 5 pounds. I'd say maybe just over the biggest bass I've ever caught, which is about 4 pounds. Just under 4.5, I'd say, but about 4 pounds is the biggest bass I've ever caught and documented. I've probably caught bigger in my life, but I don't have any proof of it, which is part of why I do this, because I'm an avid fisherman. I go out all the time. I'm an angler. I like finding and figuring out how to capture aquatic species. I mean, it doesn't matter if it's technically a fish or not. If you're in the water and I can't see you and I can seek you out and catch you and put you in my hands, that's amazing to me. There's something about throwing something on the end of a hook, tossing it in some water and just jigging it around or flipping it or just swimming it. I mean, anything, just pulling it through water and tricking an animal into trying to eat it so that I can pull it up and have it in my hands, look at it, share it with you guys, and just have that experience forever. There is something so satisfying about fishing to me, and I just can't get enough of it, guys. I really can't. I love fishing. I think it's, at this point in time, it's my passion. Other than my favorite dude in the world, which is another passion of mine, which is just giving this fella a good life. Come here, buddy. Come here. This is my dog, Buddy. You're going to see a lot of them. If you stick around this YouTube channel for long, you're going to get to know this big boy. This is my best friend in the world. This is my life, man. This is my guy right here. He's the best dog in the world, and I'm sure you might disagree. Your dog's probably the best dog in the world, but you're just wrong, because this is actually the best dog in the world. God, you're so fucking good. Look at him. He just wants to be loved. He just wants to be loved on. Yeah, he's my baby. I love you, baby. I love you, buddy. You're a good boy. You're a good boy. Love you, Bubba. I love you, big boy. But yeah, this guy, that's my other passion. Just making sure he's happy and enjoying life at all times. And I try to make sure he gets out a lot, and I play with him outside, but he just doesn't seem to give a damn about that. He honestly seems like he'd prefer to just do what he's doing now and just hang out, just kind of lay around and be a lazy boy. You can kind of see his face right there. Oh, but he takes after his pops. I'm the same way. Low expectations of life always provide very high results. If you have low expectations, you always stand to be surprised or be happy with any outcome. So I think that's his memo. That's mine too. Real quick, we've got about 4 minutes left before I'm going to wrap this up and get off of here. The types of fishing. I want to, first of all, catch a bass that is... I've got multiple goals for this year. So I want to catch a carp on hook and line. I want to catch a carp on hook and line. That's a goal for me this year. I want to catch a catfish that is 5 pounds or more. And I also want to catch a bass that is 5 pounds or more. Those are my 3 goals fishing wise this year. I want to catch. It doesn't matter the size. I will catch any carp on hook and line. I can chum anything. I can go to a lake right now, just toss some kibble into the water, and probably reach down and grab a carp. I want to catch one on hook and line, probably from a shallow lake or a pond, something where it's going to be a little more difficult. Somewhere where I'm going to have to soak bait for a while in order to get a carp to bite. I also want to catch that catfish that's over 5 pounds. Over 5 pound catfish, goals, baby. And then I want to break my personal best bass record, which is the end-all be-all goal. That's the one I'm going to probably strive for the most this year, is trying to catch a bass that is 5 or more pounds. I've got a scale. I got something to weigh it in my tackle box in the car. So, and I'm going to, when that happens, I'm going to 100% record it. At the very least, I'm going to make note of it, and it's going to be on social media. You guys will know when it happens, and I hope it happens this year. That is my goal for this year, is to catch a 5 pound bass in Kansas. In Kansas City, a 5 pound bass is a fucking monster. That's like a 10 pounder in Texas. So, and I know they exist. There's 6, 7s out here all day. You just gotta get on them. You gotta get on that big body of water and find them, because they're in there. You just gotta get on them, man. You just gotta find them. So carp on hook and line, over 5 pound catfish, 5 pounds or more bass. That's all I want. Biggest bass I ever caught was over 4 pounds, and it was in a tiny pond. Fuck, I might go back to the same damn pond and try to catch me an even bigger one. I don't know. I have no idea how I'm gonna do it. But those are my 3 goals for this summer. On that note, guys, I'm going to go ahead and begin to wrap this up. We've got about 30 seconds left before I got to get off of here. I didn't have any viewers on this live stream, which was to be expected. I didn't think I would. This is a jumping off point. This is Redneck Radio, baby. This is what we do out here in Kansas. We just talk to you folks and we try to reason. Anyways, guys, I appreciate everybody who watches this. And if you care to sub, if you care to like, go ahead. If you have any requests or anything that you want to learn, anything I can help you with, just hit me up. I'm always open for a conversation. You guys are the best. Anybody who watched this, like I said before, I really, really appreciate you. I don't think we're going to get any views on this. But if we do, that's freaking awesome. I can't wait to talk to you guys. I can't wait to see where this channel goes. If I can stay on top of myself and just keep this going. There's there's a lot. It's hard to make fishing videos it's hard to make fishing videos when you ain't got a lot of money, a lot of gear. It's just hard to make fishing videos. It's kind of difficult because there's a lot of silence in these videos. I don't know. Well, until next time, guys. I'll see you again next week. I promise. This once a week 30-minute stream is gonna be a thing now. And yeah, that's all I got, guys. Everybody have a great week. Stay healthy during these trying times, quarantine and everything. Again, I've said it 100 times already, but I really do appreciate anybody who watches this. You don't have to comment. You don't have to like. You don't have to do anything. If you just watched this and enjoyed it, listen to me talk, you guys are awesome. Love everybody. Have a great gosh darn week. We'll see you guys.